This is the basics video on Tracy Anderson's Online Studio. This video is going to be very helpful, or I hope it is, to anybody that's looking into trialing out the Online Studio. Maybe they're new to it. Maybe you're just curious about what it has to offer. Well, in this video, we're going to get into how to navigate the Online Studio, what the workout options are, additional features within the Online Studio, and then, of course, the big question. Is it worth it? Is it worth the $90 a month? Is it worth it? Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm an impatient person. I like when people get to the point, and I imagine you do too, which is why I like to give the rundown, get to the point, on topics related to Tracy Anderson and other things I'm doing to create a happier, healthier lifestyle, because who doesn't want that? The past weeks I've been covering a lot of Tracy Anderson, but I assure you soon here we'll cover other topics that I'm gonna bet are gonna be helpful to you as well. All right, enough talk, let's get into it. Okay, so when you get into the Online Studio, you're gonna have this virtual lobby. You'll see a little virtual Tracy, which is pretty fun, and you have these different options. You have classroom, prescription office, locker room, cafe, which is coming soon, and we're just gonna give an overview of all those elements. So once you select classrooms, you have this menu. You have options that include Start, which is the beginner course. You have Fundamental, which is more intermediate, so those that have experience with Tracy Anderson method. And then you have Attain, or the advanced lane. And we're just going to quickly cover the differences here. So Start, beginner, as you can imagine, is for those that are newer to the Tracy Anderson method. This is the mat workout, which is 30 minutes long. Again, for those that are new to Tracy Anderson. Fundamental, or intermediate, is for those that are more tenured with Tracy Anderson. You know, they're a little bit more experienced than those in beginner. And that mat workout is an hour long on average. Then you have Attain, or the advanced lane. This is for those who are really strong with the method. And these workouts are at least an hour, but sometimes even get up to an hour, 15 minutes, and I've heard even an hour and a half. So that top level there, that top row, is all mat workouts. So if you're familiar with Metamorphosis, you know about the mat workout. If you're completely new to Tracy Anderson altogether, I highly recommend that you watch my video that covers the basics on the Tracy Anderson method. Now, within each lane, so whether it's beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you have different breakdowns of the workout. You have the class itself. You have a breakdown of the class where the trainer will break down each move and how to approach it, which is something that's so different than what Metamorphosis offers. There's a front view arm, so if you're doing the arms portion of the mat class, you can see it from the front view, which allows you to see some detail that you wouldn't be able to see if you're viewing the class from the back. And then you have a leg summary, which allows you to see just kind of at a fast pace which leg portions will be a part of the mat class. And then there is a section which is end of class chat with Tracy, where Tracy gives a helpful pep talk, insight. Sometimes she'll have even book recommendations. That I find is so valuable, and it's such a treat I look to each week. Sometimes that end of class chat will be unique to the lane. For instance, it may be different for beginner than it is for intermediate or Attain. And then sometimes it's the same across the lanes, where she's giving a broader talk that each level can see. It really just depends. So those are all the mat workout options. Then you have the cardio library, has all sorts of different options. You can do dance cardio with Tracy, which has all sorts of different options. You have low impact cardio. There's a catalyst cardio. I can't say I've gone into all of this. Usually I just kind of peruse around and then I just choose a dance cardio that strikes my fancy. So the big takeaway there is that you have this dance cardio library with a wealth of options to choose from. Then you have multitask. Multitask is an option for those that may be short on time, especially those that are in intermediate or Attain, where you have your mat workout that's an hour long. With Catalyst, they give you a 30-minute mat workout. All levels are welcomed. And then they also have a 30-minute dance cardio to go along with that. It's really fantastic for anybody that's short on time. I find that when I do this, instead of just doing an hour of fundamental, which I often do, I feel like I've had a much better workout than if I just did the fundamental hour mat workout. And even though Tracy says you should really just prioritize the full mat workout, that hour, I find if I only have an hour to work out, doing the multitask 30-minute is awesome. It is a little bit misleading because multitask, it says 30 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of muscular structure, but then when you put your cursor over it, it shows 25 minutes of really the mat and then 25 minutes of cardio, which really is 50 minutes, but I think for simplicity's sake and because sometimes it goes over that 25 minutes, they just have it as 30. And then you have this area for bonus content. The bonus content includes more body-centric add-ons. So this kind of references that metamorphosis body type where you can choose a certain area you would like to focus on. And there's 15-minute classes that help you target those problem areas. There's also 15-minute cardio bonus for those that don't have time for the full 30 minutes of dance cardio. This is also great for anybody that's new to dance cardio and wants to get that sense of accomplishment by getting all the way through it, but is really just starting at, say, getting 15 minutes of dance cardio done. That's a great option. TA ball is another customized body option. For instance, there's a hip-centric, omni-centric, ab-centric, and glute-centric workout that's just 15 minutes long, and it includes a ball accessory. I have not done these classes. I don't have a ball, but I should definitely try it out. So that's a quick review of that main menu you have just to give you an at-a-glance understanding. Again, you have those mat workouts at the top, beginners 30 minutes, fundamental and attains typically an hour long. And then you have your dance cardio library. You have multitask, which is great when you're in a bind, you don't have the time. You can get that 30 minutes of mat and 30 minutes of cardio. And then of course you have bonus content. So I'm just giving you an at-a-glance review of this. And the big difference here with Online Studio and Metamorphosis is we're not taking into account someone's body type. This is really taking into account your experience. So if you're totally new to Tracy Anderson, you want to start with that beginner. If you have experience with, say, Metamorphosis, you probably want to jump into Fundamental. If you feel, comfortable doing that, just know that it's an hour long, whereas Metamorphosis mat classes are about 30 minutes. Another big difference with Online Studio compared to those who are familiar with Metamorphosis is the Online Studio classes are released every Wednesday evening, and everybody has the same mat class option for the entire week. So it doesn't matter when you're beginning or what, if you go through start, you're seeing the same start as everybody else is seeing. All right, so let's back up out of the classrooms and get into the locker room. Now, the locker room is really just a community forum where Online Studio members will ask questions, answer questions, share stories, on and on and on about their experience with the Online Studio. And it is a remarkable resource. So I mentioned Prescription Office. The Prescription Office is a service that the Tracy Anderson team offers where you can schedule time with someone from the Tracy Anderson team for a one-on-one consultation to get a sense of what you should be doing and how you can improve on your approach. Now, there is really little that I know about this other than there's a kind of questionnaire process you go through to schedule an appointment, but I am in the process of scheduling an appointment with that team. And you know that once I have an experience with it, I'll be sure to report back to you. Okay, so we went through how to navigate the Online Studio, the class options, we went through all sorts of extras. Now the big question that everyone's wondering that isn't a member of Online Studio, is it worth it? I've received several comments from folks that went from Metamorphosis to Online Studio and they exclaimed that they would never go back. And I think it points to that Metamorphosis is fantastic, no doubt about it. But you really don't get the guidance that you get from the workout breakdowns like you do with each lane on Online Studio. You also don't have the community forum that you do with Online Studio. And of course, the post-mat talks from Tracy. I think those are three big things that really bring Online Studio another level apart from Metamorphosis. So if you ask me what you should do, I think you should at least move forward with the trial. And I know that for any trial, we have that kind of paranoia that we're going to get charged and we're going to forget to cancel it. So I'd say just set a calendar reminder to cancel it if you do want to, but I say give it a 2-week shot, see how it goes for you. use these tips to help you navigate and let me know what you think. Especially for those of you who already have experience with Online Studio, do you think it's worth it and why? Would love to see in the comments below. All right, so that's it for this Tracy Anderson Basics series, as I'm calling it. We have the first video, which was on the basics of the Tracy Anderson method. We had the second video on the basics of metamorphosis, and this one, of course, is the basics of Online Studio, which is really just a high-level overview to help you get a jump start into the program. So more videos coming soon, and of course more content on Tracy Anderson method. But I would love to put together more content around the things I'm doing that's really making a big difference. So if you have any video topics you'd like me to cover, I'm always open to your ideas and always open to your constructive feedback. I so appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. It is so rewarding and encouraging when I hear that this helps someone, and I really look forward to making more content that helps you. So thank you so much, and until next time. God,